Welcome back to another amazing show, guys. My name is Greg McDaniel. I'm your co-host. Johnson is off with traveling the world in his $200 million plane that I just bought him, his lucky ass. But I get to hold down the fort. I get to come hang out with my hashtag BFF, Miss Gayle Zientek. She is a returning, I think this is your second or third time on the show. Am I right, Gayle?
Yeah, 3, I think.
Yeah, three-time victim of the Real Estate Uncensored, but we couldn't be happier to have her. She is an absolute legend here in the industry, and she is the queen. I mean, she's like the mother of all, follow-ups with SendOutCards, but we're not going to be talking about SendOutCards today. Today we're going to be talking about mindset. We're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff around that. We're in the middle of COVID when we're recording this, and it has just thrown a monkey wrench into our lives in every single different way. And Gayle, you have got one of the greatest personalities and greatest mindsets ever. And so I just want to just say thanks for coming on. Welcome back to the show. Introduce yourself to everybody who lives under a giant fucking rock because they don't know who the queen of SendOutCards are. Okay?
Oh, thanks for having me back. And I'm sorry Matt had to go off on his jet, but I always enjoy the interview with Matt as well. Gayle Zientek. I'm an associate broker with eXp Realty. I live in the southwest corner of Michigan, the Mitten State, with my husband, Steve. We've been married 42 years. We've been working this real estate business since 2004. I joined SendOutCards in 2007. I'm a senior executive, affiliate of the year for 2019. I love what I do. And I'm super excited to talk about mindset because, it's the environment game that supports the mindset game. I've had a really great mindset, Greg, for a very long time. Been working on it. That's like reading books, listening to podcasts, listening to Audible. You have to feed your mind because it helps to take you in a positive direction to where you want to be and who you want to be with. So I'm just excited to be here, and I'm excited that we're going rogue and we don't really know what we're going to talk about. We're just going to talk because you are a pretty good master of mindset. Didn't you used to do like weekly things of mindset mastery and affirmations, and you and I have something in common. We have a favorite number.
Yeah, we do. Number 4.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have it in my email. If anyone's ever gotten an email from me, I'm mcdaniel.44@gmail. Very easy to find me. But, with Corona, COVID, the shelter in place, don't go to work. You're watching friends and family lose their businesses. You haven't gotten a haircut in 6 weeks like me.
I will not even tip over and show you these roots.
It is an interesting time to be living in, but it's also one of the biggest times of opportunity. I did a podcast with another organization, and we kind of talked about the same thing, and the host was like, "How are you so happy?" I'm like, "Are you freaking kidding me, dude? Do you have any idea of the opportunity that's in front of you right now?" Because like everybody else, Gayle, I mean, did you go through a time when COVID started of just kind of like, first off, confusion, like, what is going on in this world? And then it's settling in, and you're like, what the fuck is going on in this world? And then the slight depression kicks in, and you're like, can't go door knocking. Some places won't let you make phone calls. People act like you got the plague if you get within 6 feet of them. People who used to be huggers are now like standoffish. And people's mindsets are shit. Air hug, high fives, elbow bump bullshit. But how did you, when that first wave of kind of like that heaviness that sits on you, when the realization kicks in that oh man, we're not going back to normal for a long time. How did you handle that? Where did you go with that?
So let's go back to March 8th. March 8th is the day that my mother-in-law passed away, and we had gone to visit her, and it happened suddenly quickly. And she wasn't doing well, and we went to visit her, and we hugged her, and that night she passed. Well, then the funeral was the following weekend, which was the 14th and 15th, I believe. And so that was the start where we're like, oh, what are we going to do? We're not supposed to have more than 50 people in a place. Well, my husband's one of 10 children. our family is 100 people, just the immediate family, and cousins, and Steve's mom was 95 years old, and we just like, even the priest who said, oh, there won't be a gathering. Oh yeah, we're having the gathering. And so that was like the beginning of the push me pull you of like, do we do this? Don't we do this? And then we came home from that. The 17th is when Michigan shut down. Like, okay, non-essential. Real estate, non-essential. And the 20th of March was my daughter's 40th birthday. And so we were together, just family, because we're like just being family. We were going to go to dinner. Well, can't go to dinner because restaurants are closed. And so we were just family. And that was the last time I hugged my children and my grandchildren for a good month. And, well, actually longer than that, because here's what happened next. My stepmom got real ill. My birthday's 4/4. So see, that's why I like the 4. On the 5th, she went into the hospital. On the 8th, she went into hospice. On the 9th, Steve and I loaded up the truck, moved to Beverly. No, actually, we went to Vegas. We packed our cooler, we packed our suitcase, and we just headed out. We stopped in Lincoln, Nebraska. We stopped in Grand Junction, Colorado. We landed in Vegas on Easter Sunday. And we were there with my stepmom as she transitioned. And, during this time, like, all these things are happening, right? The mindset around, oh, your loved one's in the hospital and you can't be with them. Well, she tested negative to COVID, which allowed her to be into hospice, which allowed us to be in the room with her. I've never had my temperature taken so much in my whole life. But every time you enter in, you got to make sure you're healthy. And so, yeah, it was a weird mindset around that. And then she passed, made arrangements. We'd be able to pick her back up. She was cremated. And so we had 10 days. Well, we have 10 days. My mom's California, Palm Desert. So we spent 2.5 weeks in California. Came home. We left on April 9th. We got home on May 9th. We went through 14 states. We saw in Gallup, New Mexico, where you couldn't even go into the town. Most places people were wearing masks, and we practiced safety. But Greg, it's just a weird atmosphere out in what we experienced over that 30-day period. So it was, your mindset is important. What you do every day. So I would like to know what have people done to create an environment for themselves that would lend itself to staying in a positive mindset. What'd you do?
So similar to you, I mean, the empty streets in San Francisco and everything else was an absolute mind break for me. I was just like, this is out of a movie. Like, there should be like zombies walking around, or like post-apocalyptic activity taking place. And I started I had to deal with that for a second, because I started panicking. I'm like, what if we never go back to normal? What if I could never go boating with my friends or my family again? What if fill in the blank, right? And so I had a rough time about that. And then I was sitting there feeling all down in the dumps, and woe is me moments. And I said, hold up. 2008 took place. A lot of people made a lot of money in 2008, 2009, 2010, because they stopped looking where the puck used to be. Then they started looking where the puck is going to be. Wayne Gretzky, famous quote. And so I started saying, okay, so where is this thing going to go? How can I double down? Where's the value add? And so then I got introduced to this guy named Jackson Wilkie and his business partner Jesse. They're out of Portland. They run a YouTube channel called the YouTube Agent, and he teaches everybody how to make videos. Like, I have, like, my list is right here of my 20 videos as of this recording that I am recording with SEO and keywords heavy in it, so that these are actual phrases that people are filming. And so I bought into their organization, and I said, okay, I'm going to go, because I know that video is something that where people it's going to live on forever. When it's done right, you become sticky and searchable. People will come to you. You can get leads at a low cost, no cost basis on this. And I said, okay, I'm going to look at the opportunity and say, this is a massive opportunity I haven't ever seen before. All I have to do is use free platforms. So I'm like, okay, so I'm going to use YouTube to create content more than I already am. I'm going to keep shooting the podcasts on a consistent basis. I'm going to start really working in niches with some marketing companies and teams, and we're going to be deploying things like geofences. We're doing custom video landing pages with automated follow-up sequences, blasting out to cold text messages, doing emails, custom mailers. But all these are encircled into one ecosystem that I can then go back. They never can get away from me, no matter when they get into my web. They're never getting out. And so I said, okay, how did I get here? I said, I got here because I started looking at things and I was, trying to find a different way of doing what I used to do. And that's where pandemics, that's where natural disasters, physical disasters, personal disasters. Look, you got to deal with the disaster, you got to deal with the change, but then you got to look at what's going to come out of the rubble. There's going to be something that's going to come out of the rubble that's going to be better than what it was when it went in. It's going to be different. It's going to transform. But why have webcams gone from like $40 to $60 to $300? The exact same camera I'm shooting on right now, I bought it for $40. It's $350 on Amazon right now.
This is green screens. You can't even order a green screen.
No, you can't order green screens because the entire freaking world is on video right now. So I said, okay, well, you got to take it into account. You got to jump in. My good friend Veronica Jones out of Texarkana, Texas, dude, she started getting on video, didn't know what she was doing, self-admittedly by her, not me, and she's doing a great job. And so when I see this stuff, and I did the interview with the other podcast, she said, why are you so positive? And I said, because this is the greatest time on earth. Think about it really quickly. You can go live at no cost on Facebook. You can go live on Instagram at no cost. If you get a program such as like StreamYard, you can stream into LinkedIn. You can stream into your Periscope. You can do dual streamings or even up to 5.
Is there still Periscope?
There is, yeah. Periscope is Facebook Live for Twitter. That's what that is.
Okay, all right.
But I mean, you can go into all these organizations and be visible and be relevant to people. You can start working with your local communities and giving back. So instead of spending money on myself and my marketing, I'm going to spend money on helping other people. And so that's why, for the mindset thing, I think it's a mental choice to say, okay, I'm no longer the victim, I'm the victor. I'm going to take my life back, because you're only going to receive what you're allowed to be in your life. So negativity, positivity, whatever it is, you make that choice on which way to go. So Gayle, you made a decision that sounds like to be positive. I made a decision to be positive.
Yeah, and I think it's important too to be who we are. Like, what you were just describing is what you're doing is who you are. You're like, I'm the SendOutCards queen. You are the prospecting king.
Right.
You've nailed it. I think that's why I didn't like you when I first met you. But then then we met, right? We always have to bring that back.
Oh my God. She really didn't like me by the way, guys. She really,
I really didn't like you. I thought you were arrogant, and I thought, well, like, I just don't resonate with that type of prospecting. Aaron Wittenstein too. Like, I watch Aaron prospect, and I'm like, I can't do that, because that's just not me. We all have to be who we are, and I want to bring that to point, because I came to that realization maybe 2 years ago. Maybe it's not even been that long, but be you and attract who you are. Be you. And so, like, I'm just me. And let's talk about that for a second, because I am a realtor. I am the associate broker. I used to own my own company. I am a SendOutCards queen. I am also a mom and a grandmother. And let's see, like EXP. So I have people that reach out to me to talk about EXP. Like, I have all these hats. So and I'm a friend. I have friends that aren't in any of that. They're just in my circle. So there would be times where, like, okay, I'm going on Facebook. Who am I going to be right now? Am I going to be the realtor? Am I going to be SendOutCards? And who am I going to be? And then I chose to just be me, like whatever came to my mind. If today I have a message about connecting with people through SendOutCards, then you know what? That goes on my personal profile. I have a business page, but it's like, no, it's just like, I just have to be who I am, and with the realization that I will attract people that are like me. And let's talk about energy for a second. So if I'm trying to be someone I'm not, and I put that energy out there and I tracked it back to me, am I going to really like who I'm hanging out with? Probably not.
Nope.
So if I'm happy, and sometimes it's just Steve and I, my hubby, like we're happy together. So we're just going to be us and we can hang out. But I think that, the big word of being authentic, being real, I think that really makes a big difference. And I've just chosen right now, if you go to my profile, you'll see that I'm into physical fitness because you know what, Greg, I turned 60 this year. And we all have a yardstick of life, right? Well, my yardstick's gotten I only have about this much left. So I thought, I need to be in shape. I want to feel good because 2 years ago I walked into a doctor's office with aching joints and 50 pounds overweight, no energy, and I was like, I don't want to live my life this way. I don't want to be the grandma that's always tired and sitting on the couch and saying, "Come here, honey, sit on grandma's lap," because I have 9 grandchildren, and I promised them that I would take them to see the world. Any trip they wanted to go. When they turn 15, anywhere in the world they want to go, we're going. And so Zoe, she turns 15 in August, and we were planning a trip to Amsterdam. And now, we've kind of put that on hold because, we don't know about travel. But that's my goal. So, see, getting healthy right now for me, that's my mindset. So when you look at Gayle, you go to Gayle Zientek on Facebook, oh, there she is again, exercising every day with that crazy Steve Trezek. But you know what? It kicks my butt. It's getting me in shape, and I feel good. I feel good about myself. And if we all do things that help us feel good about ourselves, it's going to show up in every aspect of our lives, in business, in family. So be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Figure out what that is.
And the energy that you have behind that, you came alive talking about it because it was something of passion for you. And that's where when people don't have passion for things, they become cardboard and, they become passive. I mean, they just let anything kind of happen to them. But no, you're taking a stand, you're standing up, and you're fighting. And that's what I want to see for you guys. I want you guys to stop being, the victims and start being your own victor. I know it's a cliche saying, so I don't really care what you say about that. It's still a good analogy here. You will come out of this thing one way or the other. Are you going to kick ass, take names, wash, repeat, and do it again? Or are you going to sit there and be a little bitch and be like, oh, it didn't give me what I was deserving of? Look, man, you don't deserve shit in life. If that's what you think, get the fuck out of real estate and go do something. Walmart has greeters they need. All right. Right now, you need to knuckle down, do some gnarly shit, do the things you don't want to do the calls, do the prospecting, whatever that method's going to be for you. Create those videos, chase that thing, but you got to do something different than what you're doing before. If you were a door knocker or a cold caller like I was, well, in some cases, that's not allowed anymore. So reinvent yourself, but have fun reinventing yourself and understand that what if this new, like for me, shooting on these videos, it's labor intensive, bro. I mean, it's not like you just get on and start shooting shit. It's like I got to do research and be actually factually based. For the most of it, I kind of screwed up in some of my videos. I watched it. I'm like, oh, what the hell? But I'm having fun. I went out and I gave myself permission to go buy myself this DJI gimbal, right? For my video shoots.
What is that?
It's a gimbal. So basically I can shoot, I put my camera in here and I get super smooth, silky video shots.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I'll tell you all about this thing. But I went out and got this gimbal so I can have great video. I got some great audio. I invested a little bit more. I upgraded to the iPhone 11, Max Plus Pro thing, whatever. They're one of the 3 cameras that everyone talks about. So I can shoot things in with wide angles. So I started looking at areas where, 1, I can do write-off on costs for my business. 2, I can stand out from my local area. Nobody's doing the stuff that I'm doing. So I'm getting excited about the opportunities to be different. I had a past client of mine, her name's Vicky, 10 or 12 years ago. She and I were working together. She called me up. Guess why? Because she's been watching my videos. She's like, Greg, I've been meaning to call you for the last couple of months. I get all your videos, and I want to buy $1 million house. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, if I must. I must.
So that's a great segue into visibility. What we do on social media every day, it creates visibility, credibility, and profitability.
Yep.
VCP. You have to be visible. So, when I teach realtors, I wrote a course, a continuing education course, and it's been fun to be able to teach realtors. And it's the 3 S's to success: your smartphone, social media, and snail mail.
Boom.
And it's easy as 1, 2, 3. 1 hour a day on social media, connecting, engaging, messaging, texting. 1 hour a day, 2 posts a day. And usually I say, and do a live video. People are like, they get a little frozen. But you know what? We all suck when we first start, right?
I never sucked, Gayle. I've always been just perfect on camera. No, I have not. I was horrible in my first videos.
Yeah, but you know what? You just get comfortable. It's like being the selfie queen. I take selfies everywhere.
Yes, you do.
Like
Yes,
I am a level 4 picture taker. Level 4, unconscious competence. Like honestly, there was just a bird, this beautiful like Oriole that landed out there on my deck, and my instinct was, I need to take a picture of it. But no, I'm on an interview. I can't do that right now. But so take pictures every day. Take pictures on your walk. Take pictures around your town. Take pictures of the people that you're with, because the pictures are what you can put on a card. Like maybe having SendOutCards has made me ultra sensitive to being a picture taker, because I can take that and turn it into a tangible touch that goes out. And that's made us a lot of money over the years, Greg. Those tangible touches. Are you reaching for a card?
I am. So this is what she's saying, guys.
Is it the boat card? Is it the boat?
No, I can't find that one. But you found this one, guys. This is my girlfriend and I. We just got done doing my first Spartan race, right? Super excited I survived. Won that damn thing. Then she took some additional stuff and she made it in here, made a nice little card. It has a little some information of her in the back. But she took something like that photo and just saw a positive thing. I look like a complete and total psychopath in that photo.
Hey, did I date that card? What's the date in there?
3/17/19. So a year ago.
A year ago. That's why you date the cards you send. Because don't you want to, like, you still have that card a year later. What if you have it 5 years and you look back and you go, hey, check this out. I was a stud 5 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know what happened since then, but back then I was pretty good looking. All right. Because again, the funny thing is, I was talking to my mom the other day, and it was for my dad's 70th birthday, and she's like, Greg, I was going through some stuff, and SendOut has these like giant cards, like the size of like an envelope, right? Like this size. Sent my mom a giant one 2 years ago when her mom passed a couple months afterwards, because I knew it would make her happy to put a couple of photos. And I started tearing up again because, I remembered how nice that was and how perfect it was. And it's just that, I guess what we're getting back to is that, when it comes down to the mindset with COVID, with everything else, Gayle and I are what we're sharing are conscious decisions to shift our mindset. The number one thing, stop watching mainstream news bullshit. Okay, they are paid to fuck with your head. Thank you to Obama and Clinton, especially Obama, which signed the mandate that it's okay to do propaganda to the U.S. citizens through television and media. They're lying to you, and they're faking shit right side, upside down, left, and backwards. Like in Michigan, when CBS Morning faked a COVID testing line, and they put it on camera, and there's witnesses about it. Stop injecting negativity like a heroin addict, into your arm. Step away from that stuff and start looking at the beauty in the world. Because there's
I forget we're even in COVID, and that might sound wrong to a lot of you out there that are listening, but I'll go out places. Like Steve and I we were going somewhere, and I said, "Oh, let's go somewhere." He goes, "Yeah, we can't." I go, "Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting that we're in lockdown and places aren't open," because one, I'm totally happy in my environment here at my home or being gone for 30 days. Mm-hmm. And I don't need things. How much money I should go back and add up all the money we've saved by not going out to eat.
Oh, tons.
Greg,
Tons.
I'm kind of like, there's a lot of people out there going, support your local restaurants, order to go. I've eaten out one time in 2 months, and you know what? It was in Vegas, and it was actually our anniversary.
Okay.
And we had some plans. We'd gotten some steaks. We were going to go back to our Airbnb and cook a nice romantic dinner. And we were beat. We'd been at the hospital all day. I said, I want Panda Express. And significantly, that was my stepmom's. That was like one of her favorite places that was just down from where she lived. So in honor of her and her failing, transitioning, we ate Panda Express. And we've also spent more on good food. I want to encourage people, eat good food. Mm-hmm. Treat yourself to eating healthy.
Real food.
Eating well. Eating real food. I've been challenged to stay at 25 grams of sugar a day. And I thought I could do that really well because I kind of got off sugar. I didn't eat processed sugar foods. And then my fitness coach said, well, limit to 25 grams. And I'm like, okay. And then I looked up, I went to dinner at my daughter's house last week, and we had, grilled burgers, watermelon, coleslaw, all
right, good stuff.
Fries, all that good stuff. And I took a bite of that watermelon, and I go, oh man, that's really good. And then I thought, I should check the sugar. So, hey, Google, how many grams of sugar in a serving of watermelon? There are 17 grams of sugar in a serving of watermelon. I said, holy crap, that's more than half my allotted daily allowance. So, I had to shift and go do something else. So I'm experimenting with things that are, going to make me healthier and stronger because, I got to live a long time and enjoy life with gusto.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I that's all I'm going to say about that. Life's about a box of chocolates and
Forrest. Yes, Gump. Yes. Oh,
so just treat yourself kind, eat well, be nutritious.
I would agree with that 100%. Eat your vitamin C's, take your fish oils. You guys just be a normal, healthy human being, and don't buy in and buy all the crap foods, and keep your brain working right. Get the fluoride out of your system. You drink filtered or purified water. Get your brain working. But, besides that, as we wrap this up, I want to talk a little bit about, people, they have to know that they're still very valuable. If you listen to anyone, real estate agents, we're an essential worker at this point because we don't want the economy to fully take a shit on our chest. We actually just want, they just want it to thin out for multiple different reasons. But have you felt as if you're not worthy, if you're not valuable, if you do your prospecting, people are going to yell at you? I know I did. I know I have stopped doing my beers and calls live because I didn't want to feel like I was intruding on people. And that's where a lot of people, why their businesses are either halted or decreasing, because they don't remember that they still have value, and that being a human and reaching out to another human, using SendOutCards just to say hi, take a picture of you doing this, right? Waving, with a funny look on your face, and put that on the front of the cards and send it out to people, just saying hi, thinking of you, and it's that simple.
So I want to share this story because this goes back to March 20th. That was my last day with my family, and I came home, and SendOutCards came out with this word search card. So it just says, hanging at home word search. And then inside, can you see, there's Steve and I, we are social distancing. So it says, this went out to 164 people. It says this: thinking of you during this time of self-quarantine. What a year to remember. Our thoughts are with you. Text us when you get this card. What was the first word you found? Please stay safe and healthy, and if you need someone to talk to, give us a call. And then on the bottom is the word search.
Oh, that's cool.
And then on the back is our brand. Greg, by the end of the following week, Steve and I had dozens of people texting us. And I have screenshots of them, dozens of people. Hey, the first word I found was heartfelt. The first word I found was self-care. The first word I found was calm. And that's how I feel living in my new home close to my family. And then we got some, hey, the first word I found was snot. Now I know that's not in the card, but I just thought you'd find that funny. Here's what this card did. This card created conversations.
Yeah.
It created interactions. It created a connectedness. It created a feeling that we care for you, we see you, we are here for you. And while we were gone 30 days, 7 people reached out to us. I think there's about 4 listings in there of people that said, hey, when you get back, we want you over to talk about listing our home.
Wow.
They knew we were gone. Because why? Because I'm not shy. I just posted all out on my personal profile. They're watching me golfing with my husband out in California on, late in the afternoon. They see us, enjoying COVID, quarantine time, but they're willing to wait. Why, Greg, why are they willing to wait for us to get back to help with their real estate?
Because you have brought a perceived and actual value to them to a level where they don't need the services of anyone else. You've already won that spot because you've already been top of mind.
Value. Someone just said recently, if you're feeling scared and nervous, go add value to somebody else. Because when we reach out of our own selves to reach down and pick someone up and bring them up, it's going to bring us up. So the level of energy that we give is the level of energy that we get back. So go give your energy away. And I loved how you just said just a few minutes ago about just doing just that. Reaching out to your community, finding ways that you can add value to people. Because you know what? Here's a story. We live on this lake, and my husband's made it his passion to trap muskrats because they're tearing up our shore. So guess what happened just a couple days ago? He gets this email. He goes, hey, I hear you like to trap muskrats. We're having some trouble on our shore. Like, Steve loves nothing more than to go trap the beavers, to trap the muskrats. And guess what? It's going to come up in conversation. Oh, yeah, we're realtors. This is what we do. Just being who you are, having passion about who you are and what you do and living life and serving people, you're going to have all that come back to you.
Yeah. I mean, and also, like you said in the conversation, it's also putting joy into his life. He's like, hey, I'm getting these varmint out of here and helping a property owner that's in the area. Am I asking for anything in return? No. I just like doing what I do. That's like when I talk to agents all over the country, and you talk to agents all over the country all the time about, hey, how's this script, or what about this marketing platform, or what do you think about this campaign idea? It's not that it's hard for either one of us to sit there and talk to all of you that reach out, and I get dozens and dozens of calls and reach outs all the time, and I'm just honestly flattered beyond words, and humbled. I mean, so do the same thing for your neighborhoods, guys. Go out there and what I call your secret power. And this is, I'll end this on this note, and then we'll let Gayle, you close up with your final thoughts. Your secret power. I just did an article in Inman News about this, and it's whatever you did in your previous life. Most of you, unlike myself, I mean, I was a college kid prior to doing real estate, so I mean, I can't go back to drinking beer and taking shots until 4 a.m. That's not really a long-term professional career path. But so a lot of people are carpenters, handymen, law enforcement officers, teachers. The list goes on and on what people did prior to real estate. I said, great, you got a superpower there. Let's say you're in the military or first responder, medical or fire. If you're not fire, but police, good. Go give risk assessments or where your home is vulnerable to penetration from either the front, the back, the roof, anywhere. Keep your home safe. Or if you know how to do, you're a licensed contractor in the area or a handyman, offer out your services. Hey, anyone in my area, I'll do up to 3 handyman activities around your home at no cost. Give me a call. It's just bringing these value adds to folks so that they can one, see that you're a human being. Two, get something that you could never get out of a postcard or a phone call. You bring value to someone to a level that they couldn't do themselves. An older couple that can't go out and mend the fence, you go out there and mend the fence and support it. Hello, that's called value, and people are going to fucking love you for that. So go find your superpower, execute on it, guys. Shift your mindset. It's up to you. This is a choice you get to make. Okay, you can only feel bad if you let yourself feel bad. That's the only way it's going to go. You know, some of the situations you're probably sitting there going, well, Greg, you don't understand. Blah. I'm like, no, I do understand. Blah. It sucks dick on a hot day. But you know what? It's okay. There's always something better coming out the other end. You're going to be just fine. Execute and just fire your superpower. So, Gayle, what are your final thoughts for people from this show?
Well, your environment game supports your mindset game. You got to get your mindset right. You've got to make it a priority to get your mindset right, and then surround yourself with the people that are going to support you, that are going to create an environment for you to have success. So think about the 5 people that you hang around with the most. Are they adding value to you? Are they lifting you up? Are they bringing positive joy and energy to your life? And if they're not, then maybe it's time to make a change. That's sometimes very, very hard. I was inspired to come up with 10 rules for my life. I'm going to share a couple of them with you.
Sure.
Because I think that, when you really put thought into who you truly are and how you want to govern your life, it helps set you up for success. So, number 1 rule in my book is find the greatness in everyone. That helps with the positive mindset. Number 2 is I wake up in the morning 2 hours before I have to be on. On means on a Zoom, in a conversation, because we owe it to ourselves to have that time in the morning to just kind of meditate and build our own energy up. I just started drinking water, so I'll drink a gallon of water a day. I was called the gallon gal, and I'm like, holy crap, I can't believe I'm drinking a gallon of water today, but it's helping my physical well-being.
Oh, yeah.
Here's one. I will celebrate others every day by engaging on social media, texting, calling, video messaging, and sending an average of 3 to 5 cards. Rule number 7, I will smile at everyone I make eye contact with. Look at me, Greg.
I'm looking at you. There's rarely a time you don't have a smile on your face.
Okay.
Let's be honest.
I will joyfully serve others and give the best version of myself away every single day. Number 9, I will act on my inner and outer promptings every day to first be a blessing and to receive blessings in return, because what you send out in all aspects of your life is what you get back. And then number 10, I will be me and attract who I am. By doing so, I will be surrounded by people of like energy. This will manifest happy, peaceful, joyous, fun, dedicated, active, and amazing friendships. So I just want to encourage you to go out, be who you are, and attract who you are, and just find happiness and joy.
Damn. I like that. So you guys go out there and write your 10 rules for your life. Figure out what your standards are going to be, because you're going to get what you put out, right? So if you put negativity out, you're going to get negativity back. If you put positivity out, you're going to get positivity back. Look, guys, I have told myself, and this is the last story before we go, because I know, Gayle, you got stuff to do. I think you have 15 to 20 listing appointments in the next 30 or 40 days. I'm not going to hold you up from that. But when I had the realization one day that, if I'm going to stop being woe is me and start taking my life back into my own arms, guys, I'll tell you one thing. The day I made that decision, I just made a choice. I just made a choice. Yes, no, black, white, red, yellow, doesn't matter. Make a decision, right? Right then is when things went into action. I have been saying for a long time, I want to be the Coca-Cola of real estate for my area. I have manifested into my life incredible things. I got an insanely awesome girlfriend who kicks the shit out of me all the time, which I need because I just screws my head back on. But I also have business partners coming alongside me, like boats, coming together and helping each other. And I have a team of people we have a united front, and we're going to push forward. And there's a real legitimate opportunity here to literally become the Coca-Cola of real estate in the Bay Area. And you know what? It's because I put it out there, and I believed in it, 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 and it's coming true. I mean, I even got Gayle to like me, be my BFF. I mean, I mean, that was one thing. Good gosh, people.
And it's been like that for what, the last 3 years. So
Yeah.
hey, it's lasted.
It has lasted. I'm glad that it has. So you guys, on this, I want you guys to listen to Gayle. Go back and write down your 10 life rules. Make a mental decision for you guys to take a different path. If the ones you're working on right now doesn't work, you got to make hard decisions. Make the decisions, unapologetically. This is your life. Take control of it. So, all right, Gayle, since, Matt and Gene are not here, I need you as the guest to pick the color of the bow that we're going to put on the show.
That would be lavender.
Okay, lavender it is. Everybody loves lavender. So, guys, here's a lavender bow on this amazing show. Gayle, thanks for coming on. The SendOutCards queen, taking time to step off her royal throne to enter in with us commoners. So I appreciate it more than anything, and I just love you to pieces, my BFF. And to all you guys, we'll catch you on the next video. Until then, peace out, ninjas. We're gone.